So, Donald Trump is on the precipice of being acquitted. This is shocking to no one, but you can never underestimate the Democrats' failure to score in an open goal. So, ITV News just popped up on my YouTube feed with a little commentary, and I have a couple of things to say about it. So, when Trump comes into the Senate, where he was impeached just a little while ago, the voiceover is giving this impression, and I don't know the name of this guy, but the commentator is giving the impression that Nancy Pelosi is his nemesis. That's the actual word used, nemesis. Now, I've said before, Nancy Pelosi has done more to protect Donald Trump than anyone else, arguably more than most Republicans, because Nancy Pelosi has refused to accept information from Deutsche Bank, and Deutsche Bank is the bank that Donald Trump has had to go to because American banks won't touch him. Deutsche Bank went to the Democrats, went to Pelosi, and Steve something or other, his name escapes me right now, but someone who Pelosi, someone who Nancy put in charge of actually investigating Donald Trump. Deutsche Bank went to them and said, look, we have all this information. We now believe that Donald Trump has committed fraud, numerous accounts. Here is all the information. We are not party to this. We are not co-conspirators. Here is all the information. And Pelosi said no. Well, Pelosi said no. No, don't want it. Don't touch it. We want nothing to do with it. Forget that we're the opposition. Forget that. We don't want this information. Now, it's very different when it's a foreign government that comes. That would be illegal. But Deutsche Bank is not a foreign government. Deutsche Bank is going to people who are investigating Donald Trump and saying, look, we actually have this information. We now think that Donald Trump has committed fraud numerous times. He's lied to us numerous times. And here is all of the evidence. And they've said, no, don't want it. Go away. Okay. There's no logic for that. Okay. In addition to this, Trump has demonstrably broken 5 incredibly serious laws, and none of them were named in the impeachment. None of them. None of them were named in the impeachment. Pelosi rushed through the impeachment trial as quick as possible. She did not call up John Bolton. She did not call up a ton of people who were stepping forward saying, actually, yeah, we've got information that the president broke the law here and here and here. We have information and we have evidence that he's done this. Nope, don't want it, don't want it, don't want it, go away. Pelosi has done more to protect Donald Trump than anyone else. So let's forget this whole notion of she's a nemesis. She's not. But Donald Trump is so pathetically childish, he doesn't understand how much he's actually protected him. Now, when it comes to her ripping up his speech, it's not because she's the nemesis. It's because, in my opinion, Trump didn't shake her hand, and that pissed her off. That was it. If you go back and you watch Pelosi, I keep putting a K in there. If you go back and watch her actual announcement of impeaching Donald Trump, there were Democrats there who started to cheer, and she gave them the death glare. No, 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 don't. You be quiet. We do not celebrate this. If you're unwilling to let people in your own party cheer because a monster has been impeached, you shouldn't be part of that party. She didn't rip up the script because, in her words, there was not a shred of truth to it. She ripped the script up because she was pissed off he didn't shake her hand. The man baby didn't shake her hand. Trump went on in his speech to say the same BS about the economy. anyone who's bothered to look into the economy knows that after government effects roll into each other. So the Trump administration, the Trump government, Trump's America didn't take hold until about October of the first year he was in office, September, October. It was still running on Obama's fumes. After that point, when Trump had complete control, his administration complete control, the Obama Rex and deals and effects had all worn off. The economy started to tank. Trump's trade war with China has hurt America immeasurably. It is not doing well. If you look at averages, they are incredibly misleading because the averages include the top 1% who are making multiple millions every single day, and it ignores it overshadows the people who are making less money now for doing more work than has ever been done before. Productivity is at an all-time high, and yet the median wage is at an all-time low. But averages lie. Average worker in America gets a shit ton, despite the fact that they don't actually get that, because the majority of that money is going to the top 1 or top 10%. The military gimmick, that was cringeworthy. Now, I think the military gimmick of him bringing in the military soldier to be reunited with his wife, it's great for them. But I think Trump has done it because the amount of times he's insulted the military. Just a couple of weeks ago, he was insulting military members who had sustained brain injuries. He insults them on a daily basis. But this is for the whole purpose of, hey, I'm Republican and I support the military. But they don't. They use them as a gimmick whenever they can. That's what this was. It was a gimmick. And finally, with the ITV News commentator saying that allowing this narrative that the country is now behind Trump, that the Republican Party is now behind Trump, that's a lie again. Because Trump has been the most unpopular president since records began. After just a few weeks of being in office, his approval rating dropped below 50%. Now, George Bush, Bush Jr., I believe, was in the 40s, and this was after starting the war with Iraq. But Trump got there within just a few weeks. That is not a popular president. That is not a united party. And when you look at the polling of people asked, Republicans and Democrats, especially Republicans, the more the impeachment trials went on, which is why the Democrats messed this up so badly, Republican voters were saying, yeah, actually Trump should be impeached. He should be impeached and he should be removed from office. The party is not united. But this kind of narrative, this strong America narrative, in my opinion, ties into the affiliation that UK Conservatives have with American Republicans, because they are essentially the same party. They have the same talking points, the same lies that they push out, and they are bought and corrupt in the exact same ways. And after all, that's why we have fracking back in this country, despite the fact that it was banned in the rest of Europe, because whenever fracking is started, earthquakes and poison soon follows. But in my opinion, this narrative that Trump is great and America is great is groundwork for when we eventually sack off our closest allies, both figuratively and literally, so that we can get into bed with American Republicans. That's my opinion on it, at least. But at the end of all of this, again, you can never underestimate the ability of the Democrats to bumble and fuck up an open goal. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like what I'm trying to do here, feel free to like, subscribe, and all the usual stuff. The best place to follow me and to keep up to date with what I'm doing is Twitter, BamGibson30. And if you'd like to support the channel, then you can go to The Great North, a fantastic clothing company based in Canada. They use a lot of recycled materials to make some really great merchandise. Using the promo code Ginger Archer, you can get 30% off of your order. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time.